Hello, welcome. This is La Madame. I'm here for a reading tonight. This reading will be for the energies that are coming towards myself and the collectives at this time. This will be a reading for perhaps for love, for the Valentines Day showing up. Few days. Let's see. Well, a reading for the lovers. Yeah, I like that better. This will be a reading for the lovers. Reading for the lovers. Oh, reading for the lovers. What will you be willing to share with us? Spirit guides. Open this reading. Guide us in the light, highest white light. Ancestors, protect my energy. And sweet holy angels, protect this reading and the surroundings of us at this time. Give us a reading for the lovers. Show us some insight. Thank you in advance. First card. Actually, two came out. Is the Eight of Wands. There's messages coming in. They are coming in as we speak. They are coming vastly. There's energies coming in. Information is coming through the sound waves, through, social media, through the phone lines, byway, highway, but information is coming in. This is really important, when you're trying to seek, information about what's coming towards you. It pretty much clarifies that messages are coming towards you. So what's crossing this energy is the Queen of Cups, a very fair person, a very dreamy person, a person that has been waiting on an answer, waiting on some type of movement, maybe dreaming, maybe doing a lot of daydreaming. So let's keep going. Let's keep seeking information. What sits beneath the Eight of Wands is the Ten of Swords. Pretty sad. Yeah. Maybe this information is going to come in about a person that has reached that feels like they've reached the end. I mean, they just can't dig any lower. This could be information about a certain person that really feels like they are in the dumps. And they're wanting for you to know. They're wanting for this Queen of Cups, take it as him or her, but this energy is wanting for the Queen of Cups to maybe perhaps feel sorry for them. Not sure. Let's keep seeking information. What energy is moving from the past is the Queen of Pentacles. This card is a very, I'll say mildly energy. This energy is pretty much the type of energy where if this information comes towards this person, per se, they're going to just take it with a grain of salt. I don't really think that the Queen of Pentacles is going to take offense to the information that's coming in about this Ten of Swords that's in the dumps. And let's figure out why. Why doesn't the Queen of Pentacles, why isn't she worried so much about this Ten of Swords? Now remember, it's crossing the Queen of Cups. So this could be two persons. This could be two femmes. This could be two femmes. But let's see. Let's keep going. What sits above the Eight of Wands is the Eight of Swords. So you got that 8-8. There's that 8-8. This is somebody from the past that feels like these messages has a lot to do with them. So they're pretty much putting themselves in this matter. Um, this could be a situation where two women are maybe bumping heads, or two feminine energies are bumping heads. They are seeking information about this domestic relationship, um, going on. And that's what it's about. Maybe one femme is blaming the other femme, and the other femme is blaming them, but it's like a back and forth type of energy. And this Eight of Wands, the information that's flocking in, it's like, hold on, let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. Well, let me get this straight. So it's like it's a constant type of energy where both of these females or femmes, they both have something to say. Now, what this will be about, what this could be about, is going to tell us now. The Four of Pentacles. Now, someone's holding on to information. Someone knows something that the other doesn't, or thinks that the other person doesn't. And they're very stubborn. They're very stubborn energy. This could mean that one of the persons out of these females knows something that the other person doesn't, and they are withholding information. They're holding this to a fault. They will not let this seep out. They're holding on to their coins and pentacles. They don't want to be affected by it. It's kind of like, if you say, I got something to say, I want to tell you something, but don't tell nobody. But if you do tell somebody, don't tell them that it came from me, type of energy. What sits at the bottom is the Devil card. Real quick. So it's the Devil card. It's not a promising card. It means that these two women probably have been stung by the same bee, pretty much. And they're both in a stalemate situation. They feel like they both have information on each other. They both have information. They both have information on each other, and they both know information, period. And I'm not quite certain if they're fighting over a man, but or something like that. But let's keep digging. Let's keep digging. So let's see, the energy, the main energy, this information that's coming in is hit with the Five of Coins. So this is urgent information. This information that's coming in, the Eight of Wands, this information that's coming in is urgent because one of the persons are threatened. Their livelihood is threatened. Their home style is threatened. They feel left out in the cold. Maybe information is going on about what's been going. Maybe the person that I don't know. I kind of assumed that this is about a man. These are two women fighting over a man. And, and I get that from the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups crossed by the Eight of Wands. This information is coming in, and coming out. So they're conversating, or they have a lot to say to one another about a domestic situation. The Eight of Swords. I haven't seen a man come up here yet. There hasn't been a really masculine type of energy just yet. But maybe there's a reason why. Maybe they want to keep it on the low. Maybe someone wants to keep it a secret. Wants to talk to the other person, but doesn't want for the masculine to know. Perhaps. And remember, followed by the Devil. I can't show you the card because they're indecent. But yeah, the Devil card showed up. And so it's, they are affected. Someone's affected more than the other person, and it's got them in this type of Five of Pentacles energy. They don't know, what they're going to do. They're kind of desperate. They don't know from day to day how things are going to be. And I don't know what information they're needing from this other femme, but let's keep going. Three of Pentacles. So, some type of way, they feel that they both can relate to what's going on. Maybe because they're both femmes. Maybe because they both have had children. Maybe because they both have had the masculine. But they both feel like Oh, I know the routine. You know the routine. We both been with the same guy, so we know how he rolls. We know how things are with him, and these two persons are pretty much, they're both agreeing that they know what's going on. They know the tea. They know the get down. They are affected, but someone's more affected than the other person. Uh, so let's keep going. A hope or fear. I would say a hope. I don't know if it says hope or fear. You take it as you will. But King of Swords. Now this energy is the Ice King. He's gonna hit it. He's gonna hit that nail right. On the mark in the coffin. He's not gonna sugarcoat anything. The King of Wands is an energy that is just really dominant. What he says goes. It's gonna hurt your feelings, or he's gonna hurt your feelings. Now this is a masculine. Now I think about, this is a masculine, and then he could be more like in a narcissistic type of energy too. This is a masculine. So I've been waiting to see a person come up here and show their face. But yeah, this King of Swords has something to say about it. And if he knew about what was going on, he would not be happy about it. I don't think he agrees with this conversation that's wanting to be had by these two femmes. And so he's here. He showed up here like, yeah, you guys getting together doing all that, but you need to worry about how I feel or how I think or what I say. So that's the masculine type of energy that's in here. He's pretty much speaking with his chest, and he has something to say about the situation. And so let's choose one more, which is the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, this can be, we're still talking about a masculine. There is a masculine, but the masculine could be getting information from the King of Swords. So maybe the King of Swords is somebody that knows a lot about relationships. And so, he has something to say, and he's taught, maybe he told the King of Pentacles, had a discussion with the King of Pentacles and told him, this is how you handle this situation. A lot of people in relationships, they have different type of relationships. There's a lot of relationships where there's third parties involved, or more than third parties, and there's always an overseer. When you have a situation, like when you go to church, you can go to your pastor, you can go to your clerk, or you can go what I was going to say, the Catholics, how you go speak to a priest, but this person is taking some type of information from a higher authority about this Three of Pentacles. And these two women. So now I'll go ahead and give my interpretation of these two. Well, no, let me dig some more. I'm going to go ahead and pull some more cards from a different deck. Let's find out more information. Spirit guides, give us more information about these two females. These two females, the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. They both want to say something to... Ooh, the card fell on the floor. Let's see here. Let's see what they want to say. Oh, they want to say Five of Swords. So basically, they want to explain the situation. Like, oh, maybe something like, oh, I didn't know about you guys. Like, this whole time, I didn't know that he had another woman. They could be talking about something like that where the other person feels like they didn't know. Like, oh, I didn't know. Had I known that was your man, I wouldn't even talk to him. I wouldn't even mess with him, or something like that. Just an example. Okay, let's see what else. Let's see what else we can dig out of this bunch. Spirit guides, ancestors, white light. What could this be about? The Knight of Cups shows up. This energy is someone feels that they've gotten more of the piece of the pie. They're feeling like somebody has gotten princess treatment while I had to sit back and I had to struggle and do all this. But the other fam or the other person gets to run around here, and the King of Pentacles is not paying attention to me, not paying attention to home, and so that maybe that's what they're discussing, that they feel some person is getting more princess treatment than the other. Let's dig a little more. Spirit guides, ancestors, white light. What are these two femmes arguing about? What could they be talking about? What do they want to say to one another? Why now? Why now? Why now? Two of Wands came out reversed. So the Two of Wands is, they didn't want to hear the information. They didn't want to hear it. When the situation was going on, they ignored it. They ignored it. They didn't want it. They didn't care to know about what was going on. They just went straight in, with their eyes closed. In the beginning, they didn't take the time to figure out the situation. Someone got into a relationship not knowing that there was already a relationship in place. A lot of times that happens. The woman finds out about the other woman, finds out about the other woman. But the thing is once they knew about the other woman, they didn't walk out. They stayed in the relationship. And that's going to cause problems. And that's how I feel this reading is going. Is there anything else? And then the Empress comes out. So this is about that. This is about who sits in the chair. Who is the queen to be? Who's the Empress? Who is the light of his who is the apple of his eye? Who is my man going to choose? Who's the real woman? Who's been around? Who's been putting it down? Who's this? Who's that? So followed by the Knight of Pentacles and this information. It could be someone else. There's some more information that another person, somebody else has something else to say. Some more information is going to come in about these women. So let's keep digging because I want to find out who this person can be. So somebody else can, I don't even say relate, but somebody else has something to say about these two women. They know the whole situation and they have some information that they want to say. Hey, before you women, go any further or whatever, I think you both need to know. What is this the Knight of Pentacles want to say to these two femmes? What does the Knight of Pentacles want to say to these two females that are fighting? The Five of Wands came out. The fighting, this is gonna heap up the fire. This information that's coming in is information that's gonna keep it going. It's not gonna be solved. It's just gonna be an ongoing fight. Nobody's gonna reach, I was gonna say settlement. I don't know why. Nobody's gonna reach a calm matter. And I could have told you that. Now I think about it, I could have told you that. You got two females that are with the same man. They both knew about each other. They both stayed in a relationship. So, they're going to keep going. They don't want to be in the outs. Nobody wants to be on the outs. So let's keep digging information. Let's see if we can get some more information. Is there any more information about this fight, about these women? Okay, nothing came out, jumped out. But I believe that this is a third party. And I believe that everybody that was in this party love affair triangle, I can't show you that the devil card because they're not decent. But yeah, they're being controlled by the devil. They're in this devil energy. And now everybody's all fighting. So I'm going to seep some more cards. My deck of cards. I feel like my deck of cards are kind of drama cards. I'm going to tell you right now. Trigger warning. I don't know what's going to come out of this stack here. Okay? I don't know what's going to come out of it. But it's, it's really cutthroat. So forgive me. I'll pick a few out of the bunch. So, fighting fair. Inner calling. Spirit number 555. We already know a fight is going on because we got the Five of Wands here. It says fighting fair. No, in the beginning, they felt like they could fight fair. If they just kept it between the two women, maybe everything would have been cool. But no, they're not fighting fair. Okay, and it's an inner calling. Somebody has an inner calling. Someone already knew that someone was not going to fight fair. Maybe out of these two females, one of the females felt like, okay, we can have this woman and woman talk, but the other person really wasn't down for that talk. She really just wanted to get off, something off her chest. She was just really wanting to fight, and then the other person by the spirit number, this 555 is pretty much, the spirit number 555 means that there is a situation, which there is a situation going down, and it is involving other persons. Like so many people are fighting amongst each other. You have the Five of Wands right here. You have the five of coins here. So already it's 5, 5. Five of wands, five of coins. And so they're already fighting. So the spirit number is pretty much telling you, look out. You know, this is what's about to take place. You know, they got all these people in the same room. You know, and this is what's going to happen. Let's pull out some more cards. Fire. So someone could be a fire sign. A Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Somebody can be a fire sign, or this fight is going to be so illuminating that it's going to be like really spicy. Like somebody could be fighting, because now I think about it, we could have the 5. Now I think about it, we got 3 5s. Yeah, we got the 5 of swords, the 5 of wands, and the 5 of pentacles. 5, 5, 5. Ooh. Ooh, they on fire. Ooh, this is a bad situation. Followed by the third eye. Somebody should have followed their first mind that this was a bad idea. Boundaries are being crossed. Fear was upside down, but fear, someone could feel like they're fearless. Like, oh, I don't care what comes out. I don't care. I don't care what happens. A person could act like they don't care what information comes out. But if a certain information comes out, they're going to pull their hair out. They're going to go straight mad, you know. So they lying to themselves. You know, sometimes we say things when we're upset. And I believe that's how one of these persons feel. Magic might have a lot to play with. If somebody's playing around with magic, I see magic and fire. I feel that these two energies, someone was playing with magic. Someone used magic to get this other person, this man. Somebody put magic on this man to make him fall in love with her. And that's going to backfire. Confrontation. That's what all this is about. It could be all behind the black magic. Somebody brought black magic to the party, and now everybody's being hit with an STD. Oh, I'm so glad I'm out of it. I ain't talking about me. There's bullies. Somebody's bullying the other person, making fun of the other person. You got an STD. You got an STD, but you have an STD too. You know, you got one too. You just either probably don't know about it. You probably don't know that you have an STD, or when you go to your next doctor's visit, they might tell you that you have a UTI or anything. They can say anything. You're going to go to the doctor, you're going to find out you got something, some type of infection. You're going to find out about it. So don't go making fun and bullying the other person. All y'all was sleeping with the same man. It says moving out. This might cause someone to move out. Somebody's going to move out. And then bad bitch energy. So someone is a Billy badass that feels like, oh, I'm not affected. Like, I'll be okay. I'll move out. It's all good. You know, all talk, no action. I'll do a few more. Let's see here. Future. Let's see. Future, and the end. So after this fight, after it goes down and all these things come out, this STD, all this fighting, unfair, and all this bullcrap comes out, I think someone will want to walk out, because it says moving out. So I think someone will leave the relationship. So once the other person leaves, then it'll just be 2 instead of being 3. It'll be 2 persons in a relationship, and then you can just focus on and look at each other. And I'm pretty sure they'll be unhappy. Most people that say they want a third party, it's all fun when it's all good and everybody's all frenzy and cozy and everybody's all, nobody's left out, right? That's how it seems. But from experience, I'm going to tell you right now, someone always feels left out. That's why it's not, under certain circumstances, and I'm talking for some people that may be in poly, you have to kind of run that right. If you're going to be in poly, and you have your own place, say a person has their own place and they're aware that the person they're sleeping with has somebody else that they're sleeping with. That's different. But when you have all women sleeping in the same bed, or all people sleeping in the same bed, you're going to make room for problems. I'm sorry. Somebody is always going to feel left out. And that's really just the truth. That's the downside of having third parties. Just a little FYI. So you've heard it from La Madame. I hope you enjoyed this reading. There'll be more. Good night.